All right, guys, so you're probably wondering where I'm at. We haven't been really on social media posting where we're at. We're just on a trip, and we're kind of going on an adventure. I'm excited about it. We got you know, a lot of green trees in the background, mountains. This is a pretty cool area here. So we are in Washington, and we're here to pick up something that I decided I just had to have. So I'm pretty stoked. We're getting ready to go pick it up. You guys are gonna follow along, and we're gonna show you here pretty soon what me and Ryan are here to get. And I'm kind of excited about it because it's something I've been looking forward to. So follow along with us. Let's see what we're gonna go get and pick it up, and see if we can get it back to Oklahoma. Here we go. Hey, welcome to the channel. I'm Caleb Morrison. This is Caleb's Diesel and Fabrication. If you like fabricating stuff, if you like working on diesel vehicles, this is a great place to be because we're going to do it all. Not being here. Look at those trees, bro. That ain't no Oklahoma trees.
No, this place is sweet.
And it's 66 degrees.
Yeah.
Unlike Oklahoma, which is 100 degrees right now. My gosh. It'd be a good bike ride going up this hill.
Be a good burner, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Here we are, Friday morning on our way to Dave's. The Dirthead Shed.
So the cat's out of the bag in a lot of ways. We're up here in Washington. We're up in Spokane, driving one of Matt Anderson's trucks. He was nice enough to allow us to stay at his place, which is awesome. Thank you, Matt. You're awesome. And give us something to drive while we're here. The plan is we're going to go check this truck out because I am purchasing Louis Viten today. So pretty excited about it. I know it wasn't really on my radar to buy this truck, but I got a call from Dave a couple, I don't know, 3 weeks ago, and he was like, hey, you wouldn't be interested in my truck? And I thought about it and decided, yeah, I definitely want that truck. So he gave it to me at a price I couldn't pass up, and I really like the truck, the way it's set up. It's a full size, which I'm a full size rig guy.
Ford.
So it is a Ford, so I'm turning a new leaf here. It's kind of hard to believe that I'm actually doing this, especially since it has a V10 in it. I have mixed emotions about the V10, but we're gonna find out if it does all right, because we're gonna drive this thing back home 1,775 miles back to Oklahoma.
It's gonna be an epic trip.
So we're gonna find out if the V10's all right or if it's not. On purpose, I've already got tools. Tools are sitting here, they're ready to go in the truck just in case something happens along the way. So we're gonna go work on it for a little bit, even though it doesn't necessarily need anything. Dave wanted to change a few things on it for us before we took it back home, and I'm sure I'm going to change some stuff on it when I get back home. So anyways, we're looking forward to it. We're just driving around. This is a beautiful country. I've never been up to Washington before, and I'm excited because it is 66 degrees. Beautiful country. You know, we're out here closer to Canada than we are anything else. So really stoked. I know Ryan's excited because we're going to get to go see Dave at his place, which is someone we watch on YouTube, you know, every day.
For years and years and years.
Yeah, I looked up to him. It's going to be great, guys. We're really excited about the trip, and we'll see what happens. So here we go. We're almost to Dave's. Very nice. Yeah, I'm going to say those are going to be handy to have for the side-to-side. That's great.
So I'm just kind of there's a bunch of little stuff. Hey,
All right.
these dudes showed up.
We're hanging out. We finally made it. This is kind of weird. Like, I'm watching your videos and now I'm actually in where all the action takes place. This is crazy, dude.
And Hazel's just as crazy as on camera. She's Hazel the Wonder Dog, as most people call her.
Loving it.
Yeah, she's enjoying it.
So I was just giving Caleb the rundown on like all the little things.
Yeah.
This is like any used truck. There are 1,000 things to fix.
Yeah, but unlike Dave, he's not like most used truck owners. They're like, there it is. You get what you get. Dave's like, I'm gonna blow it apart.
I'm trying. Well, it's one of those things. Like, I built this quick, and there were a handful of things I really wanted to fix. So it's time to like address what we can in a day.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that what you're used to? Like,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
hurry up, I gotta get this done.
I heard this guy loves tight deadlines. That's one of his favorite things.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, hey, we got to have this done in 4 days.
Yeah.
Even though there's 2 weeks worth of work.
Yeah, that's how it works. Otherwise, I wouldn't get anything
And we're gonna
done.
drive it on a 2,000-mile journey the next day.
That's the other kicker is whenever Dave was like, hey, would you want to buy this truck? I'm thinking to myself, well, I know it can make a journey because you drove it to SEMA.
Yeah,
And that was a long ways.
Yeah, and since it went to SEMA, I came back and did I do the gears before SEMA or after?
I think you did it before, if I remember right.
So, yeah, this thing's always had a little bit of a gear wind, so that's going to be your job, is tackling some fluid changes and stuff on it.
We'll
And
be
then
fine.
I'm going to keep working on suspension tidying up of.
Perfect.
So we got a bunch of work to do.
Looking good, man.
Heck yeah.
I'm sorry, it's crazy. I painted everything
Looks right,
like
man.
really quick, and whatever paint I used absolutely did not adhere.
So what'd you end up going with paint-wise? Because I remember one time you were using some of that patina paint that you said you...
Oh, this is just rattle can, and I think this is actually Summit Chassis Black.
Okay.
And Summit Chassis Black doesn't adhere at all.
Even if you sand it, no?
Like, this was all bare steel, and like, you can see, like, it didn't adhere at all. So we're not doing that here today.
No.
But that was part of the thing with the trailing arms. Like, the paint was just blowing off of them. So.
Well, it's not like they're going to get rubbed on anything.
Yeah.
I'm just super stoked it's not rusted out like every Washington vehicle I've ever
This
obtained.
thing's clean, dude.
Well, I remember when you picked it up, it didn't look like it was in bad shape when you picked it up, especially.
No, it was a work truck, so it's like it had dings and dents and stuff like that, but it really isn't, like, there's no rust in the body or nothing.
Yeah,
So.
dude. Seriously, thanks for doing me a solid on the tent. Like, you don't understand Oklahoma. It is like, right now, as we speak, it's 101 degrees. And
Yeah,
the humidity's almost 90%.
Yeah, that doesn't sound fun.
No, it's great when you're trying to lose a couple of pounds.
Yeah.
Me. Constantly trying to lose a few pounds.
Yeah, dude.
Working on it.
So I don't know if we'll get to skid plate for that thing
Okay.
before we're done, because we get a bunch of. I'm kind of more concerned about rear suspension stuff.
It's like Dave's making some shark teeth over here.
Yeah, careful, that'll get you.
Where's your cardboard? Because that's how I roll.
Yeah.
Oh, right here.
We call it the Dave cardboard trick.
I just got done putting a kink in this track bar for the rear. 'Cause
Oh, nice.
It was hitting the diff cover. And it's kind of cool. This is 2-inch 250 wall, so I miter cut it one direction and then just flipped the end
Oh,
to get
okay.
the angle on it. And then I actually sleeved it with a chunk of 1-inch 250 wall chromoly
Oh.
inside.
That'll be style.
It's like, you can see here, a little bit welded in. So that'll get us clear on the diff cover.
Up and down.
Part of the problem was I built this thing around like a 7-inch travel coil over, and then I put these 10s on it, so it has more up travel than it had available. So it's like we're gonna try and tackle
See
some
how
of these
close
little,
it'll be now.
yeah.
It
So
looks good, man.
hustling.
So here I am. About got this thing
Doing some paint.
roughed up. While I'm doing that, I hear some ratcheting over here and it doesn't sound like a snap-on ratchet. So I just wanted to let you guys know that I caught Mr. Morrison himself live in action using a Duralast
I
ratchet.
don't want to be the first one to use Dave's new ratchet.
Look at him over
That's
here.
the key. You can't be the first one.
He can't be. Can't pop the cherry of the ratchet.
Nope, not on a brand new ratchet. That's Dave's, not mine.
The snap-on ratchet cherry is something. It's something to say, you know. That's.
Yeah.
You can't take that away from a guy.
I'll make sure he's the first one, so I'm not gonna go.
So what do you got going on over here, Caleb?
Well, right now we're working on taking off the bump stop. I already got these lines up out of the way because we're going to notch this and put a little piece of pipe on the inside. That way the track bar is not hitting the frame. You can see where it has been hitting the frame. It's been going up against it, and it needs it even more, Dave was saying, because he added the different coilovers, so they're going to have more up travel now than it did before. So we're getting this out of the way. We're going to have to make some type of mount for this bump stop that doesn't hit the track bar, and we're going to weld that in. So cool, we got some welding to do today. I'm excited.
Heck yeah.
It's one of my favorite things.
That's what I'm talking about.
So yeah, we're making some progress.
We're getting it done.
Plasma cutter.
Yeah.
This thing gets a lot of travel, dude.
I can see that.
If you end up building a flatbed for it or a trail bed,
That's what I'm thinking.
it'll be pretty cool. You'll be able to utilize a bunch more of the travel. The tires just absolutely cram into the wheel wells right now.
Yeah, I kind of am partial to trail beds because I feel like they really do well off-road, and you ain't got to worry about it the way I drive.
This thing, it needs it. It would be a good one for it.
Another jack.
So we're just going to kind of make sure that my notch is going to be in the right spot. That's about an inch to the back side of...
You want me to hold the down end of it?
That's all right. That's about an inch to the back side. That's about an inch to that side, so if we put a big old honking notch in there, it should clear.
Yeah, and that Schedule 40 would be plenty tough
Yeah.
for that. It's thicker than the
You're
frame.
gonna end up cutting all this off anyways. Like,
yeah, that's, yeah.
This is one of the things, I fully support you modifying this truck however you want to do it. There's a lot of people that would like be bummed if this thing gets modified and changed. I feel like as long as it gets documented, like these trucks are evolving constantly.
For real.
So it's like this version of Louis Viten doesn't have to be the same version next year.
Louis Vuitton's already got some plans, trust me.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit.
I'm
But,
sure.
you know,
It's gonna be super rad.
the back of it, you know, that's the full size's problem, I feel like.
Yeah.
Sometimes the back end always drags or hits. And
I wanted to build this 8-foot bed. I wanted to build a 7-foot aluminum flatbed for it.
oh, yeah.
And I wanted it more flatbed looking than trail bed.
Yep.
But with how much up travel it has to have huge wheel wells, which means it looks like a trail bed no matter what. So whatever.
Gotta have a lot of travel, man.
Let's cut this thing up.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
This is my favorite.
this is great.
So this is my camera.
Quarter 20 holder.
I watch. This is typically what I use.
Yes.
This is my camera
Hey, it
setup.
works.
Custom.
So I either use that, or if I need it higher up, I have this camp light and a cell phone holder.
I saw that contraption. I was
C-clamp.
wondering kind of what's...
This is my other, this one's like my little higher end rig.
That's legit. Oh,
Oh, and I can backlight.
and it's got...
Oh,
Kidding me?
that's pretty cool. Look at that. That's pro. That's pro level stuff right there. That is
Hey.
awesome.
All right, it's fixing to happen.
Well, gonna do some cutting and
Let
some
me get the
notching.
torch.
Chop, cut, rebuild.
That's one of my favorite things.
And then, let's tear down, he
Ryan
says.
knows I love the torch and the hammer.
That's
my
Caleb's.
On Chop Cut Rebuild.
You what?
Yeah.
Nice. Dude, we've been sitting behind the TV for a long time watching you guys.
I was on Chop Cut Rebuild back in like 07 or
Yeah.
06,
It's been a minute.
a while ago.
Yeah. What'd you do with that?
Airbagged a Bricklin.
Oh,
Canadian
nice.
weird car that
Yeah.
DeLorean designed.
That's cool.
I think it'll get there. Maybe.
Pile of parts.
Dave, I can do that if you don't want to.
No, you're in charge of fire duty. That's your...
Yeah,
Well, I can do that.
I didn't want to say that on camera, but I was like, "Where's the?"
Hold on, we gotta put this trash can.
I've got an extinguisher here, but it's got the wrong fluid in it.
We gotta put this trash can directly underneath where you're cutting.
To catch all the sparks.
Catch all the sparks.
There should be a fire extinguisher right up there by the...
Here's one.
There's one on the ground, there's one on my toolbox here, and then I think there's one right by the desk.
All right. Caleb's a fireman, so.
Yeah, we'll be all right.
I used to have firefighters work for me, and those guys...
They burn more stuff than anything.
Well, it's because they're not scared, Dave. They just do it.
Let's go drop this thing down.
Drop it.
It's out of the way.
How much? All of it?
Yeah. I didn't get the fire mechanic job.
Really?
Yep.
So did you just go put in for it, or how'd that work?
My neighbor across the street's like a battalion chief for the local district, and he was like, hey, there's a District 3's having a fire mechanic position open.
Yeah.
So I went and did a walkthrough at the station, and everything was cool, and then I like put in my resume, and they had me come in for an interview on Tuesday. And then yesterday I got an email. They were like, thanks for coming in, but don't bother coming back.
Gosh.
So is that like just fleet? They have like a fleet of how many trucks? Like, did they tell you?
It's a whole district. They get 11 stations, like 50-something vehicles.
Oh, wow.
Mostly volunteer stations.
Yeah.
But they only have like one repair shop and one guy right now.
Really? For that many trucks, they have one guy?
Yeah, the other guy quit to go be like fishing guide up in Alaska.
Oh.
Seems like a pretty good gig.
I was gonna say that'd be fun.
But yeah, I was like, fuck, I'm a loser.
Why did they not hire me?
Can't even get a real job if I wanted one.
Well, it's because it's meant to be. You got to keep going with the YouTube thing, man.
I guess. You got your cameras going?
Yep.
Yes, sir. There's one right behind you.
Okay. Can you get? Should just be on, off, and then roll. And then you got to tilt the whole camera holder or phone holder. It's pretty
high tech, man.
Kind of see something?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. All right, let's chop this frame. All that stuff's out of the way on the inside?
Yeah, I got all that stuff out of the way. The only thing, Dave, is that vent line, but I mean, it's not super.
Make sure that doesn't have too much tension on it.
This?
Yeah, I don't want it to actually bend the frame up.
Starting.
So
it's got a little bit.
Just put a little bit on it.
Okay.
That should be good.
Hey.
Your truck, you tell me.
Hey man, you're the fabricator here. How far do you want it?
I kind of think right there.
Give it a lip?
Get a little?
It doesn't even need a lip, especially if we're going to weld the backside.
Got my safety splints on. Give me the holes on.
That looks good right there.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
Sounds crisp. Very crispy.
It's a big truck. There's a lot of moving around to do on it.
Yeah. Kind of nice.
Hit up the back side of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Whew.
Yeah.
That sounds crispy.
What we got going on over here?
Lowrider stuff.
Yeah. Dave said he couldn't let it go without notching the frame.
Something you're doing.
If you have any more time, it'd be getting bagged.
Yeah, his signature.
I'm just gonna get a little bit of this inside. It doesn't.
running good today.
Yeah, dude.
I think it's because of your prep job. Yeah, they got it nice and prep for you.
Woo.
Oh, yeah.
Got the good heat rainbow. Mm-hmm.
Get me this rig, get out of your way. Nice.
Nice. Dave likes it on a cold setting. 18250.
That's
Burn it in.
That was the like Southern California dune buggy, like any good chassis shop. It was always 18250.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's guaranteed to burn it hot.
that sounds good.
That's actually only that's set up for 8-bench.
Really?
This is what we were afraid of. We actually talked about this on the way over here.
List.
If he has one of these out when we get there. Uh-oh.
I always have one of those out.
I know.
Toby Keith made a song about it.
And there's only 2 things marked off. That's what scares me.
So far, we've got 2 things. We're doing it.
Yeah.
Well, this is an old list. These are not even. Those aren't even relevant anymore.
But he didn't mark them off, so
No.
either they didn't get done,
We're just not.
or
They're not relevant.
we don't need that stuff.
You don't need to worry.
The bump stops are really doing their job. But yeah, we've got our clearance in there in the notch for the track bar. Track bar is not crashing into the diff cover anymore. This is all good to go.
Dude, it looks good. Look at it from the back.
Yeah, I think
It is way up in there.
You got it tucked, man. That looks good.
no, it's you. Oh yeah, that thing looks badass.
Doesn't it?
Freaking nice.
Dude, that Schedule 40 pipe looks really good.
It does. It looks like a pre-runner.
All right.
Dude,
I
that's
don't-
cool.
Even if you do have to put a ring pinion in it, I don't care anymore.
I'm
Dude.
going to send you a picture of me underneath the truck.
Yeah. Dave said,
Hey, man.
it's your problem now.
I'm in Granby, Colorado.
I mean, there's this.
He hasn't cashed his check yet. You may have just changed his mind. Sorry, I'll buy you a plane ticket.
I'm keeping it. Thanks for helping me change the oil.
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here.
Do a full service.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks for flying up for a service.
Yeah.
All right, what do we do?
Dude, it looks good.
Yep.
Heck yeah. Well, we just finished changing the rear end oil. Transfer case 205's got new oil. Magnum box, I think, has new oil.
Yep.
Caleb's working on that.
Done.
Just made some new room for the axle here, as you could see earlier. Everything's fitting really good. This truck has a ton of up travel.
Yeah, look how far it's tucked up
Man.
from the side. That looks awesome.
Yeah, it's up in the fender now.
Lexi.
Looks pretty cool.
This truck's
Dave's
rad.
back here
Not for sale.
thinking about some bump stop pads.
Yeah. It's,
One good thing, Dave, is we got plenty of. Have you put the ring in there to see?
no,
Where
I
that's
don't
gonna
know.
be?
I don't know nothing. I've got. We have a whole bunch of. Maybe it's gonna work. Technology going on with the shocks.
Yeah.
Maybe it's good.
All right, let's start figuring out these here bump stopper pads.
Okay. This is going really good. Been busting hump today on this thing. It's coming together.
Dave, is this your high idle stick on the
That stops the high idle.
oh,
That the throttle plate, the choke plate won't close all the way, or won't open all the way. Won't close all the way. Yeah.
it stopped.
I put that on at Mount Shasta, near the Oregon-California border.
I was like, oh, that's cool. It's like some stuff I do.
Coolest little blue Mustang on the planet. Right here.
Alright.
She's low.
I'm like, I think I got about some bump stop pads left in the
This thing is total cool.
Rack up.
We'll go 5.
Well,
Caleb,
Yes.
I need 2 pieces,
2 pieces.
5 by 3.5.
5 by 3.5.
Let's see if I have any big old honkin' pig iron from. Oh dang! Hang on.
He's like, actually, I do.
Nice.
Look, oh, skid from like
These are leftover parts from. That might not be what I'm looking for. Actually, that'll be a good pad.
Yeah, just put a kicker underneath.
Yeah. So, you're gonna cut these up.
Take that over to your Bali bender over there and Bailey, whatever you call it. Oh, where's it at?
I need those two middle pieces.
Okay. Sounds good.
The plasma cutter should be set up for you.
Copy that.
And then, so that'll get us our landing pad, and then we'll just do a couple little gusset pieces.
Hell yeah. I'm just hoping you're not upset about it when you see it. It'll be cool. You're gonna love it. Well, we're getting them cut off. We're recycling and reusing brackets that we made for the back already. So now we got to clean them up, get them looking halfway good and ready to weld. Making progress though.
Dave's over here chowing down.
Peanut session.
Just a squirrel getting a nut over here. Got my safety splints on. Give me the holes on.
That looks good right there.
Nice.
Get it.
Yeah.
Sounds crisp. Very crispy.
It's a big truck. There's a lot of moving around to do on it.
Yeah. Kind of nice.
Loving these underside parts. I just gotta do some tack stacking. Otherwise these rolls will be going like crazy. There's bars and shocks and
Why is there so much stuff in the way?
tons of stuff in the way. Maybe that's my spot.
Gotta be comfortable.
I have never been comfortable welding.
Oh, come on now.
I wouldn't know what to do if I was at a table sitting down.
Dave's cooking that bacon.
Sounds crispy to me.
There we go.
Yeah, I've heard if your back isn't like completely going into a knot, then you're probably not welding good enough, right?
What's that?
If your back's not in a knot by the time you get done welding,
Yeah.
then you haven't been comfortable enough.
Everyone needs a good wooden unsturdy ladder. We all have them.
This thing is so sketch.
I think they made them like that. Even when they were new.
Need some pliers?
He said no.
Alright. Outside is just like a selection outside, so kind of stacking that. Otherwise we'll just get up real high. So we'll also go back in and hit up the back side of this, at least for a portion of it. Getting hot enough out there?
Yeah, you're good. I'm holding it up out of the
You
way.
getting that wire out of the way?
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Whew.
Yeah.
That sounds crispy.
What we got going on over here?
The Rider stuff.
Yeah. Dave said he couldn't let it go without notching the frame.
Something you're doing
If you have any more time, it'd be getting bagged.
Yeah, his signature.
I'm just gonna get a little bit of this inside. It doesn't.
The old Miller's running good today.
Yeah, it is.
I think it's because of your prep guys. Yeah, they got it nice and prep for you.
Woo.
Oh, yeah.
Got the good heat rainbow. Mm-hmm.
Get me this rig, get out of your way.
A whole lot of running around to get these O-rings, the number 46 O-rings.
Yeah.
And they still don't seem like they're right. All right, go ahead and slip that spring on. All right. And then I'll slip that on, hold that in place. Okay. And then let this run down. The dual rate springs on the back of this thing were so noisy and clunky sounding. That's why I've been trying to go back to the singles.
What did you have on it before, spring-wise, rate-wise?
These are the springs that were on it on UA.
Okay.
They were just on those Tundra front coilovers. And I had bent the ears on them, on the lowers.
Is this because the control arm was trying to turn?
Yeah. Yeah, that's why. Like, this thing should have like a real Delrin wobble stopper on the front end there. Not if you end up making parts and stuff for it, that's something that it could really use. It's just the something that's always
Hang
gonna
on
happen
there.
with it.
That O-ring is completely.
Oh fuck. Of course it fell off right when I
Oh, you
can't
got it all the way
get.
down?
Yeah, when it's touching.
Alright, this is gonna be a bitch. I need to get it up and out of there or just not use it at all. Another fudger.
Yeah, it's bound up in the back, I think is what's really.
Yeah. I'm just trying to get it to not fall all the way down. Lift that ring up out of the way, please. And then I was
Check the
like,
transmission fluid.
No.
and then I was like, fuck it, I can't pull that out. He's getting mad at me.
Yeah. He's trying to make his money off this thing.
At least you got a toolbox in there for us. That's
He
badass.
said there's a fuel filter in there too.
Oh, we'll do that when we get to do the race. That's definitely a good idea.
This thing has the longest dipsticks on it in the world. He keeps looking at that pod box.
I know, I'm like, motherfucker. All these good things.
He's rethinking this whole deal, I think.
We might have to renegotiate. Oh yeah, you owe me money for window tint too.
Yes, I do.
Oh,
I
Quit trying to screw me out of that.
Yeah, well, when I was texting you, I was like, oh, I probably should have told him that the guy said cash only because of
Yeah.
Oh,
because of
seriously?
Luckily, freaking Matt had just given me like $400 right before I went there for the tent. I was like, son of a bitch, my tent money went to pay for the tent money.
The guy was like, oh, and by the way, what is it, 400?
It was $320.
Oh, okay.
Come on.
Just give it.
Well, what do you want for
Take it
lunch? I'm
before
going
you
to get some lunch for you too.
Yeah, yeah, we need $60 for that.
I'm gonna make a sandwich.
Yeah. Just so he doesn't have to
buy lunch.
Just so he doesn't spend any more money.
Dude, this trip's
Dave.
good either way.
Oh.
Hey, let's see what else we can pry out of. We need some stickers and some
We need a t-shirt if you
and
got one. A
I'm
sticker.
out of-
something.
I'm out of larges. I have XL. And
What are you saying?
That steering angle. Bye, Felicia.
Man, I'm so glad the AC works. This is great. This is a sweet truck. I love it. Got the roll cage. This thing's ready to take wheeling right now.
Exciting.
This thing is awesome.
Alright. V10's treating him right
V10
already.
action. Nothing but the best.
We made it a mile.
Yes, we did.
We already got to put gas in there. Appreciate that, Dave.
Might as well fill it up.
Can you put some gas in it for us?
We definitely made it a mile. Alrighty, first really road day, I guess you could say, of going through and picking up Louis Viten. Ryan's on the passenger seat. I'm driving. We're having a damn good day already. We met up with Dave and Matt, and we're just gonna go do some light wheeling today. And I think what the plan is we'll head out and head east so we can head to the house. But we're looking forward to it. This has been really cool. We had to do a little bit of work yesterday. We replaced brake pads on this thing because they were pretty low, and got to Matt's shop, which is about 20 minutes away, and the brake on the driver rear was completely locked up, the caliper itself. So had to go to O'Reilly's. I think I've already spent like $400 on this truck so far, not including gas, and we're just starting on that V10 journey. So you guys are going to be along for the ride. We're stoked. It's 65 degrees here in Washington, and it feels great. So we're going to do some wheeling. All right, we're in Idaho. We're getting ready to hit the trail right here at the trailhead. Sporting the Real Truck shirt with the truck that I just bought, that's right. And the signature from Dave. That's his Mas Grande right there, and then Matt's truck. And then truck I bought, Louis Viten. Getting ready to hit the trail.
You guys gonna air that pile down?
It's gonna have to happen, I think.
All right.
Are you filming me, filming you?
Yeah.
Filming me, filming you?
There's a lot of filming going on here.
I can see into your soul through that lens.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a beautiful day, man. Look at this.
I mean, we couldn't have picked an uglier place to be. I mean,
Yeah, these trails are why I'm miserable.
wow.
We did all this stuff on the road in 2012. I was
I'm looking forward to owning it for a long time, or
Yeah.
we'll see.
Where are they going to be able to watch you build more on it?
So my channel is a Caleb's Diesel and Fabrication. It's on Ryan's shirt there. That's my shop. And you guys can follow me on Instagram at Caleb Morrison and the number 3. It's going to have all kinds of content on there. I'm going to change a few things up. I hope Dave's not mad, but it is what it is. We're going to change a few things. I think it'd be for the good, maybe make a bed for it. We'll see how it goes. Wheel it for a little while like it is and still hit the trails with it and make some full sizes. Cool. It's going to be good.
Whenever I ride with Matt,
What's going on in here, Matt?
You know, it's a Ford, fixed or repaired daily. Just, you know, a little trail maintenance.
Little trail maintenance. He's got a little belt
I got a little belt problem.
issue. He's getting there fixed.
Yeah, dude. This is what we call a split belt. This is for horsepower. It doubles the amount of torque you can actually put on the belt.
Less weight for less parasitic drag.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's going to be all over those fenders, especially with more travel. Just try to minimize it a little bit. Drive flat as much as you can. This thing works good. It's a little rough. The bags are a little firm, but it makes it great on the street. The thing's like a freaking rally car.
Yes.
Just go straight this way. My camera turned on right after it needed to. Good work.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing it now.
You're good, Caleb. Just like that.
Alright, this is kind of a cool obstacle on the trail. It's gonna have cables coming up through the Louis Viten first. And then Matt's co-dog Kelly is driving my Mazda. Get some good shots of this thing working. It's kind of funny, I owned the truck and I haven't hardly any video or pictures of it.
Glad to help out, Dave.
Love it. Stretched out. It is stretched out. I like the truck. Kelly, put your tire on the big part of the rock. Not far enough, huh? You're alright.
That one turned out good, man.
Alright guys, we're about half the day through Wheeling here in Idaho. Some beautiful scenery out here. We're on
Yeah,
a
this is
little
what?
dusty road.
Just barely into the north, what would be the northwest corner of Idaho.
Yeah.
I don't really know what the trail's called, but it's pretty awesome. Super tight, windy roads. There is a pretty good trail that goes up a stream to some mining roads we went through, and it's just amazing. The country here, like we got trees that are a couple of 100 feet tall, pine trees that are massive. Like, it's really cool. Just Oklahoma boys just ain't used to seeing stuff like this, so it's super cool to be out wheeling with Dave and Matt. You know, two of the trucks, all three trucks have been on Ultimate Adventure, and Matt and Dave have been on Ultimate Adventure, and man, we're just enjoying the company and just the terrain, and it's awesome. We got to head home here later and start going back to Oklahoma, but for the moment we're soaking it up. This is just having a good time. I'm just loving it. I'm just taking it easy, and hope you guys are enjoying the trip with us so far, because this is awesome weather for wheeling. It's 70 degrees, no humidity. Can't ask for any more than that.
Yeah, it's been a really good trip so far. You know, we rinsed on this truck all day yesterday, just trying to maintain it, get it kind of roadworthy for this couple 1,000-mile trip we're gonna go on, and figured what better way to start it off than go beat on it all day, see what's gonna happen, and just keep this epic adventure going.
Yeah.
So
we're having a good time, guys. This is great.
Right along with us.
So a couple of things that I am just impressed with, and things that we're kind of dealing with here, is I really love the way this truck rides. It has a great stock feel to it, but it's not stock. You know, it has the trailing arms in the back with coilovers. They're 18-inch coilovers, or single king shock, and then we got single king shocks in the front, and I think they're 12-inch coils. But it rides like a stock vehicle, but better. Like, it is awesome. So I really like that. I really like that it has AC, because when we get back home, we're gonna need it. And then the other thing is it's basically like driving, you know, an old pickup. It's a wheeling rig, but it's like driving an old pickup that you have at home. It's something you could drive every single day to work if you wanted to, and it's just easy to drive. Like, the power steering, it works great. Like, everything that Dave did on the steering is just super good. The PSC kit is working great. It's got that 10 3/4 throw hydro assist ram, and I really like that. It feels like butter when you're driving it. The suspension is just dialed on this thing. I think once we get it back home and we maybe bob the bed or build a bed for it, that the approach angle when you're going down and hitting stuff is going to be a lot better. So looking forward to changing a couple of things, but I don't have to change anything. We can wheel it just like this. So super proud of all the work we did yesterday, just maintaining it, and then today it's just awesome to be able to wheel it and drive it. I mean, this is my first time really wheeling it, I guess you could say, and so I'm just happy that I made the purchase. We're given the opportunity. Thanks again, Dave, for letting me have the opportunity to buy this truck, and I'm just happy to have it. So you guys will see many more videos of this. We're going to change a few things, but we're probably going to wheel it pretty hard just because it's set up to wheel, and we're going to see what this old V10 can do. So follow along, there'll be more in the future. All right, guys, we're doing some true Washington back roads, logging roads wheeling. Look at this. The drop off down there. These trees are huge. We're having a great time. This is awesome. It's 64 degrees right now. We're just cruising, and it just feels right. I mean, I don't know if you guys have ever been on the back road like this before, but we've seen 0 cars other than the cars that are with us, which is Dave and Matt. It's awesome. Like, just look at these trees. soaking up the bumps. We're just cruising, having a good time. Weather's perfect. Super glad that we did a little maintenance on this thing yesterday because we're giving it a good shakedown. Got my sunflower seeds in, just having a good time. Not really in a hurry to get back, but just cruising. Hey, we're up here on the mountain. What'd you say it was called?
Twin Crags.
Twin Crags. That's cool. It's my brother's name. Dave made it. You know, Matt made it. We all made it. Ted survived the trail. Kelly did. It was a little tight for Louis Viten because there were some trees definitely scraping.
Yeah.
But it was a great time. What are we? You said 6,800 feet?
Yeah.
That's great. Pretty cool. You got a lake down here below us.
Is that Mirror Lake?
Mirror Lake.
Okay.
Got snow over here on the ground. Definitely not an Oklahoma thing. This is wonderful. 60 degrees probably.
That's wild.
Feels great.
That's gorgeous.
Awesome
Go down to
views.
Oh, there's a trail that goes down. Steph and I tried to get down there when
This is amazing.
well, you put a lot of snow.
This is worth the whole few-hour crawl up here.
I think it's Ted. Easy,
God
sir.
country.
Yeah.
30 minutes.
That
You need?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only 30 minutes.
That was only 10 minutes.
Yeah, in Matt's time.
What? No, seriously.
We made it to the top. This is
Just getting down on the trail. We went up there and saw a huge mountaintop. I can't remember what's that, Mead Lake? That was called? It was called Mead Lake, but it was really, really cool. It's just now 6 o'clock here in Idaho, so we're ready to be home. We had an awesome time though. I know I enjoyed it. It was awesome wrenching at Dave's place. Just a dream come true really. And then honestly, buying this truck, I didn't ever think I'd ever get the opportunity. So thanks Dave for allowing me to buy the truck. Really appreciate it. I'm super stoked about it. It did great. The whole time today, we went, I don't know, probably about 70 miles of trails all day long, no problems. Everything went smooth. This truck's tested. I mean, it's ready to wheel right now. We proved it today. It's an awesome truck, Super Duty. The V10, it's growing on me because it's working. Yeah, it's a V10, but it's working. So we're going to drive it home 1,700 miles here and see what kind of mileage we get. But we're shooting for like 65 mile an hour with it. We're not going to get in a crazy hurry. We got the time to be able to take to go home, and there's no reason to get in a hurry, especially when you're driving across the country. So I'm loving it, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. Appreciate you guys watching the videos, and hopefully you'll tune in later. We start doing some work to this thing and keep on going.
Yeah. Well, we had our first failure. What's going on under here?
Well, the status is it's 2:15 in the morning. Currently 50 degrees outside, wind's blowing, and looks like the bolt for the steering ram that goes on this collar, which happens to be a 5/8, 18, if anybody wants to know what size it is.
Yeah.
Fell out at some point between
Bozeman in here?
Bozeman and no, we're in Bozeman.
Yeah.
Where we ate at St. something. Anyways, so we're trying to get a plan together on exactly how we're gonna fix this. I don't know if we look around long enough, find a bolt.
That's what I thought too.
Might fit, and see if we can sacrifice. But I don't. We're just gonna have to do some looking to see what's gonna be the best bet. I would like to think there's a 5/8 bolt on here, but the key is it's got to be an 18. So.
It's got to be something that's not.
And it can't
important.
be something super important that we need, like, you know, a bolt that goes on the shock or something. So we're gonna do some looking, and just in case, we got ratchet straps here that we can use if we have to. I really don't want to do that, but if we have to, we have to. It can drive without the bolt, but this thing moving around is not good. So, and this moves all the time, so I really don't want to ratchet strap this to this. So I just need to find a bolt that we can change it to. It looks like we've been losing power steering fluid too. So anyways, we'll do some looking here.
Great stuff.
All right, this is 3 o'clock in the morning now. We were thinking about trying to find a bolt locally, but there's no one that's up and around right now. So Walmart used to be open, but I don't even think they would have it. So anyways, we went shopping underneath Louis Viten, and Ryan kind of has a solution to our problem. He's doing some outside of the box thinking. So what's the plan here, Ryan?
Well, the only other size bolt that would fit that clamp was this one.
Which was where?
Which was in the other side of the ram. And my thoughts are we can use this because it's the right thread and right size.
Thank God.
And it's a drop through on the tire side. So we can find another bolt this size, and drop through and put a nut on it.
So thanks to Stephen Watson and Off-Road Design, they got some 1/2-inch bolts that are pretty good size. They're probably 2-inch.
Yeah, they're long.
And they're gonna be plenty good for what we're gonna do here. And we'll be able to rob it because we do have a transmission mount bolt here up front, so it's gonna be, and we're just highway driving, not four-wheeling, so Ryan's taking that off. We're gonna get that put in the ram side, and then the end that actually has the bolt that's the right threads will go into the sleeve up on there. So we got a plan. We'll see how it goes. We're still wrenching. We're still making progress. It's all that matters. Louis Viten trying to throw us a curveball at 3 in the morning, but ain't nothing get us down. We got this. All right, we're still hanging out at the gas station, but we got it fixed. It was a little bit of a job, but I'll show you guys what we ended up having to do to get this thing to work. So this is the Magnum mount for the 205, or the Magnum. That's not the right size bolt, but it's gonna work. This is the bolt that was in the other side, but it's the right thread. We spaced it out and got it to where it'll go in there and it's tight. So moral of the story is we're back on the road until we can go to a hardware store in the morning. So I'm excited about that. We're back on the road. Ryan made it happen. It's gonna work for us for a little while. Get some more hours underneath our belt. Get up in the morning and do it all over again with some new hardware. Hopefully we can find somewhere tomorrow that has like a 5/8 18 bolt that's like, I don't know, 1 inch long. Luckily they use the same size bolt on the PSC kits, so that made a huge difference for us because we were able to get it to thread in there. It was Ryan's idea. He's definitely the one that gets all the credit for that. I was thinking about, you know, going to someone's salvage yard or asking around to some of the people that are lurking around here at the gas station at 3 in the morning. So Ryan had a good idea. We persevered, we made it work. That's why we make a good team.
No I team, buddy.
So, we're gonna get back on the road. I think I'm gonna get some hot coffee now and get back on the road. We're gonna keep going, guys. There ain't nothing gonna stop us. We got this. Louis Viten, back on the road. All right, guys, so we are about, I don't know, 700 or 800 miles. We're in Casper, Wyoming. We're leaving, and our trail fix slash gas station, middle of the night, 3 in the morning fix, working good. Everything's tight and staying good. It's driving good. Truck's doing great. We added some transmission fluid back at the last gas station. No big deal, just maintenance stuff. But guys, I'm really proud of the truck. It's doing really good. We're averaging about 12, 13 miles a gallon. So you can't ask for much more in the V10. And we're just hammering down, guys. So hang in there. We're going to get home. Okay, guys. So, man, it is Monday. And we just got back, me and Ryan, from driving this thing all the way back from Spokane back here to Oklahoma, and it took us about 27 hours of just driving to get here, you know, counting the food stops and gas stops, and it just was a heck of a trip. We did the old cannonball run style, and we didn't stop nowhere to rest or nothing. I'd drive, Ryan would sleep, I'd drive. I mean, we'd switch back and forth. Ended up being super good. We had a great trip. We had one problem while we were in between St. Pierre and Butte, Montana. The bolt that goes on the front here that holds this eyelet on the back side right here, it actually fell off of the steering ram and was down here. And I noticed that the truck was getting super hard to drive. So I was like, man, what's going on? We pulled over and it's 3 in the morning in Butte, Montana, and it's hanging down the steering ram. And I'm like, man, that's not good. So those steering knuckles, they actually have a 5/8 18 thread bolt that goes in. That's what holds into the ram on the tie rod. And so we actually had one on the other end, but it was longer. That was for the double shear mount over on this side, which is this bolt right here. So what we did to remedy this, we took this bolt out and we put that bolt on the eyelet end of the ram. And then we got a bolt from the Magnum that holds the Magnum to the cross member, and it's a 1/2 inch bolt, which isn't as big. Ran it through there, and we Loctited it to make sure it wouldn't come off. And we checked that bolt that was on the end of the ram every single time we stopped for fuel from Butte on to make sure that it wasn't going to fall off again. But literally, guys, that is the only problems that we had the whole trip. This thing got 13 miles a gallon. And this is this is the old school V10. I thought it was going to get like 7 or 8 miles a gallon, even with 488 gears and it being with 40s on it. It got 12, 13 miles a gallon pretty consistently, and we were running 71, 70 miles an hour. So I'm super happy with the purchase I made from Dave up in Spokane. He was super awesome to deal with. And it was fun going and wheeling with them. I had a great trip. I am thankful that Ryan went with me to do the cannonball run on the way back, because if I would have been driving this by myself, I would have had to stop at least once to get some rest and drive, because it was a lot of driving between Spokane and here. Beautiful views. Montana was awesome. Idaho was awesome. I'd never been to Idaho before, but there's a little town in Idaho called St. Pierre. And we stopped there to get a hamburger at I can't remember what the name of the place was, but it's in the northeast corner of the intersection. There's only one exit there in St. Pierre, and they had awesome huckleberry milkshakes. I kind of cheated a little bit and got a huckleberry milkshake. It was totally worth it. We had a hamburger. It was awesome. Recommend stopping in there if you're in that area running down the highway. But this truck did great, guys. It did everything I asked it to do, and we wheeled it the whole day, you know, before we actually took off. So we probably should have, in hindsight, checked all those bolts on the steering before we took off on the trip, but we just hammered down and started making our way back home. So we got greeted with 100% humidity. You can tell I'm sweating right now as I'm talking. That's Oklahoma for you. So it's about 92 degrees right now at 5 o'clock, and it's hot. So I'm glad we went on the trip, guys. There's going to be some changes to this truck here in the not so far future, we're gonna do a couple of things. One of the things I'm probably gonna end up doing that I even told Dave when I was there was I'm probably gonna end up taking this bed off. It's already had some dings and some dents. It's got some stuff, some trail pops on it, and then it's obviously got, this is from UA. When Dave took it on UA, it caved this side in and ripped the tail light off, which for a full-size rig, guys, ripping tail lights off just a normal occasion. But I'm thinking about doing a bed, a trail bed, kind of a flatbed slash trail bed, like the one that's on my blue square body. Something maybe not so small, actually making it a full long bed, but cutting it off to where it just stops here at the very back of the tires, and that way whenever you're going down stuff, this isn't dragging, hitting stuff. And also you're not have to worry about the fender flares and all that. So this will be the first truck, guys, that I've had that I've owned that's had trailing arms, and which you guys have seen that on the video. But the trailing arms have a lot of cool stuff about them. They ride awesome. Not only that, but they have a lot of flex to them. They literally will flex out like 22 inches total, which allows this truck to be really, really flexy off-road and get to where you need it to go. And it works really well. I've never had them, so we're going to see what it's all about. But I think I'm going to change that. I might change the rock sliders to where they kind of flow with the bed itself. But I'm kind of just going to sit back and figure out what I'm going to do on the bed. But in the meantime, guys, my plan is to just kind of drive it around as kind of a daily, kind of what Dave was doing already, and just see how I like it and just drive it and see how it works. And then whenever we get back from Colorado for the Appalachian Wilderness trip that me and Ryan are going to take here in a couple of weeks with that group of guys, we'll maybe come back and we'll start doing some heavy fabrication on this thing. I think we can make it better, and I think we're going to do some stuff that Dave will approve of. And I know that you guys will be excited because you know this truck and what it's been through and all the things that Dave did to it to make it great. I think I can just expound on that, and I think I can make it even better of a wheeling rig when I make a bed for it. So it's pretty cool, guys. It's got a good pedigree. Everything on it is pretty much ready to wheel, and that's one of my favorite things about buying this from Dave, is this thing's ready to take out and go wheeling right now. I proved that yesterday. We went up there in Idaho and ran a Denver Creek Trail. This thing is just ready to go out and do whatever you need it to do. Yeah, you might get some body damage right now on the back, but that would match what it already has. So I'm excited, guys. I'm looking forward to it. I appreciate you guys hanging in there. Thanks for watching the whole video. Thanks for hanging with us. I appreciate every view, like, and comment. If you can, go subscribe to the channel, please. Helps out. You know, leave a comment. You like it, you don't. Leave a comment. Tell me what I'm doing good. Appreciate you guys watching. Until next time.